Wow, that went away quickly. I was wrong. I will admit that. But I don't think anyone else saw that coming either. I gave Prigozhin way too much credibility. Usually coups don't end like that. Though it may not have been a coup. It was negotiated away, despite all of Prigozhin's bluster about justice. Prigozhin didn't plan accordingly. If it was a coup, didn't empty the money and assets from his offices before he started the coup, didn't make a deal with the Russian elite or the FSB before he started, didn't have teams along the route set up to ensure the clear route to Moscow, and didn't have infiltrators in Moscow to clear a route inside, as 25,000 troops is large but not large enough to siege a major city like Moscow, let alone storm in and hold it. So, if it was an attempted coup, it wasn't well planned. If it was just a threat to get concessions, well, he did get that. And that would be it working, if that's what he was intending. But it's at the expense of his reputation. No one will trust his populist rhetoric after this, and he has been using populist rhetoric for months. On the other side, it seemed like the Russian government was very weak. Rostov was taken without a fight. They weren't able to stop the convoy by force, and they even lost some aircraft. And the convoy actually got close to Moscow. Only the FSB and Uncle Luka swooping in at the end of the day to save it was how it ended. However, since it only lasted a few hours, the internal damage to the Russian system was limited. There is still a massive undercurrent of discontent that could spark a civil war, but if it's not seized, it won't affect much. If Prigozhin had made it to Moscow, the Russian government would have been in trouble. If Prigozhin had stayed in Rostov for a few days to gather more support, the Russian government would have been in trouble. However, the threat has receded for now, though the embers are still hot, but the fire is out. Prigozhin lost most of his support. He had been using his populist rhetoric for months, and now he's seen as a cowardly politician, similar to the rest of the elite. A corrupt deal-maker who will set out and sell out for his own personal gain. There's a lot of discontent in Wagner right now, especially considering that he had been using his populist rhetoric and his supporters believed it. His fighters believed it. If he's not careful, he could face his own coup in his own group. All in all, this event did injure the Russian war effort, and there's a lot of simmering resentment, especially in Wagner. This is a flame that could ignite at any time to severely hurt Russia, or even consume it. But for now, because it was so fast, well, not much will change. If Ukraine really wanted to push things, and was willing to risk the collapse of Russia, if they started offering cash rewards for Russian officers or commanders, they might find some sellers. I'm of course not advocating this, but the West does have far deeper pockets, and there are a lot of disgruntled mercenaries and troops out there inside Russia right now. Just saying. Anyway, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to support my channel, my Patreon's in the description. Until next time, ciao to y'all.